views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Get ready for Mystic Living Radio, deep spiritual wisdom, practical advice with EJ, Eliyahu Jian. This mystical Kabbalist, spiritual advisor, coach, and teacher ignites the airwaves with dynamic engagement, rational conversations, and special techniques to chart your soul's path. Known for his keen sense of humor, contagious smile, and extensive esoteric wisdom, EJ translates deep spiritual wisdom into practical advice to empower you to live your happiest, most fulfilled existence. During this hit show, you experience a deeper understanding of yourself, unveil past life mistakes, and remove blockages to cultivate a truly fulfilling future. Now, here are your dynamic hosts on Mystic Living Radio.
Wow, everyone. Welcome to Mystic Living Radio. I am Dr. Pat. I'm here with Eliyahu Jian. And guess what? We are kicking off an amazing new show series, Mystic Living Radio. And Eliyahu, by the way, we're gonna tell you exactly, if you hear me refer to him as EJ, that's because we are just absolutely brilliant to make sure that all of you know who he is, what he's about, what he's doing. Listen, for more than 3 decades, Eliyahu has been somebody out in the world, mystical Kabbalah, spiritual advisor, coach, teacher. What has he been doing? He's been helping men and women to build, to strengthen their relationships, improve their businesses, embrace a healthier lifestyle, and what is the most important thing in all? Connecting to a higher power and purpose. We're going to have some fun. Why? Because he has an amazing sense of humor. It's contagious. You're going to feel him smile across the airwaves here today. And I'm going to keep this introduction short. Why? Because we're going to take you on a journey. How do you get to be somebody that is out in the world known for mystic living, himself being called the amazing Mystic Living Rabbi? And how do you get to reach people all over the world? Well, you're going to hear about that. What is it that I can say about the show today? Fasten your seatbelt. Take down the 1-800 number, 1-800-930-2819. You're going to be able to call in throughout this show and get ready for Eliyahu. Listen, I am so grateful to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for welcoming me, and thank you to everybody who's listening to the show. Thank you.
You and I were talking about an event in my life that I'm very happy about, and we both agreed about one thing. We agreed that it is a blessing. It is a gift from God. But I want to ask you this. You and I are here today. People know you worldwide. Our listeners are going to know you as well. What has it been like to become you? What has it been like for you to say yes to the journey you've been on, coming into this world, who you are, what you've become, and what are some of the challenges, Eliyahu, that you have had to overcome?
Okay, so that's a great question to start with.
Yeah.
First, I'm very excited about my journey. The reason I'm very excited about my journey is because I see God, I see the Creator in whatever I do, wherever I walk. Right now, actually, I'm in New York City, come to meet few of my students, few of the people who follow me, and it's an amazing journey as you go on it. But you said what we need to overcome, or what I needed to overcome, is 2 things for me. It was fear and ego. Now, the fear is basically you got to jump into the lake, and sometimes you don't know how to swim when you jump into the lake, and you learn how to swim as you're getting in. Because if I look at my life, and you say 3 decades, and you remind me how old I am, so that's kind of funny. And I remember, the first advice that I gave to a lady was many, many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Long Island, New York. And I'm sitting there, and she believed in me more than I believe in myself. And she asked me, you got to help me. You got to help me to connect to the spirit of my husband who passed away. You got to help me with my life. You got to help me with my kids. And I look at her and say, Miss, I'm not sure I'm the right channeler for that. Please let me find you somebody better. And she looked at me and say, it wasn't my dream. They were chosen you. You have to be the one. So all of a sudden, I had to take responsibility that include two things, fear and ego. Ego, because you get respected by people. People start to respect you and believe in you. And, of course, there is danger in it because once the ego get in, then God get out of the room. And I want God to be the one who help people. I want to be just a channeler that pass on God to the people. Because in the end of the day, it's all about the Creator. It's all about the divine. It's all about the higher power that help the people. And the journey, it's amazing. Now, the fear I had to overcome is basically to believe in myself. Sometimes in life, people need to believe in you before you believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think my journey was amazing, every minute of it, even the tough moment, the moment that I had to go to my own doubts about what am I doing, where am I going. But the revelation, as you trust a higher power, as you have people that you meet, and it's amazing. It's just amazing. Every second of it. Why am I saying it's amazing? Again, I'm using the word amazing way too much. It's because...
No, I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Well, listen, if I didn't have those people, you and I have a very similar story because I didn't believe in myself. And I had people, even if I go back like as a young kid, right? In New York City, PS14. Are you ready? PS14 and Junior High School 101. I had my teacher, Amy Sarrow, say to me, there's something special about you. But I didn't believe it.
Yeah. I know how it feels. And because you sometimes feel maybe it's your ego, maybe. But I would like to suggest to the people, whoever listen, mm-hmm. I believe that every person has a potential, has a great potential, that we're born for that reason. I'm a great believer in reincarnation, and I believe we're coming back here again. And every chance we have, we got to take advantage of what the Creator created us for. There is a reason. We have a unique, specific thing we're supposed to do in this universe, in this world. And we have to take advantage of it, to do it and to go for it. Yes, it will be fear. Yes, it will be challenges. Yes, it will be some issues that we need to overcome. But behind every great wall, there is a great discovery. And the reason, we talk about mystic living, is because what is mystical, actually? It's something that is unknown to you in the moment. But once you discover it, meaning you're removing the cover, remove the cover, then it's no longer mystical. Now you see the roots of things. Now you see the things where it's going. It's almost like people try to change the outcome of things. If I look at my shadow and I don't like the way that my shadow look like, and I try to erase my shadow, I'm wasting time. I try to change myself so my shadow look better. So mystic idea is mystical because we don't know it's there yet. Once we discover it, less mystic, everything is revealed to us, and it's amazing. It's just the journey is amazing. It's happiness. It's going to bring a smile into your face. You're going to overcome every fear you overcome, every little ego we overcome. Something is happening. Magical is in the air. People you meet will meet with you. Because if I'm afraid and I have ego, I believe that I'm going to meet exactly the same type of people in my life. But if I'm smile to life, I meet happy people. If I remove the ego, I meet people with no ego. If I remove the fear, I meet people who overcome their fear and they're more brave. That's what's beautiful about this life. So the Creator give us so much opportunity, but we need to, we need to jump on those opportunities, We have to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, let me just talk about something that's I think is super important to mention. Today I said this is a live call-in show. It is a live call-in show. And what do I mean by that? I mean that, part of this is giving people the opportunity to call in. And so, today throughout the show, tell folks what we're going to help them with.
I would like to tell people that through my knowledge, experience, and secret information, spiritual secret information that I have, there is a way to help you to get to your potential. And all what you got to do is just ask the question, how to reach your potential. And as Eliyahu or as EJ, if you want to call me, we're here to help. We want to make sure that you get to the next level, whatever it's the next level of your marriage, of your relationship, of your business, of your health, of the losing weight, or overcoming addiction. Because, I believe that addiction is a very difficult thing to overcome. It's almost like, I call it in my spiritual language, idol worshiping, because we worship another idol than the divine. And that's why it's difficult to overcome it. So to go to the next level, there is information, there is a way that we can help you to get there. And it's my dream, my wish, my desire, my hope to meet as many people as I can, because I believe that's my gift in this lifetime, to help people to get to their potential. So that's what I want to tell the caller.
Well, let me just talk about this for a minute, because, I've worked with a lot of people over, a 14-year period doing this. And I was totally blown away by, first of all, I just love you. I just love the essence of you and the way that you are helping people. And let's just call it style, if we could, for a moment. It's what the world is really calling for now. Whether it is you're going to do something that has to do with astrology, or has to do with some other way, intuition, psychic abilities, whatever it is, you get to bring it all forward, and you have this vast toolkit. Because here's my sense of what's happening in the world. People are so absolutely living in fear right now on just about anything. And they want help, don't you think? They want help. But you said something, and I want to get back to it. None of this really works without the divine.
Yes.
Can you talk more about how you have come to embrace that one idea? I know you have so many, but that one idea, how has this shown up in your life?
Okay. So I have to say that first is, because I'm a rabbi, so I study a lot, I read a lot of books.
Yeah.
So through the books that I'm reading, some of the books are 2,000 years old, like the book of the Zohar, or the Bible, which is 3,500 years old, or mystical book like Rabbi Isaac Luria books. So I'm reading a lot. Now the experience was through meeting people and seeing what people go through and feeling their pain. And when I started helping people from a young age, the people that I couldn't help, I couldn't even give them advice. Some people look at me and say, Eliyahu, what should I do? Tell us, please, what to do. And I look at them with tears in my eyes, and I really don't even have an answer. But in my mind, while I don't have an answer for them, what was going on in my mind, I was begging God. I said, God, I cannot help them. But it's not fair. They met me as a person who cannot help them. So do something for them, please. And I'm telling you, when they left my office, after they went on their way, I always receive a phone call a week after, 2 weeks after, that miracles are happening to them. Now, we can choose to believe and we can choose not to believe. To believe, it's a choice. I cannot put people to have certainty about the divine or believe the divine just because I say so. I don't believe in it myself. I believe you have to experience it yourself. Unfortunately, you find the divine when you go into pain. You go into pain, you fall down really, really bad. And that's where, I said, a broken heart is a real heart. When your heart gets broken, your heart gets complete. If your heart never been broken in love or never been broken in disappointment, you didn't find your heart yet. Everybody wants a perfect life. but perfect life missing something. It's missing you. When you don't have when you have life which is not going the right direction, you have a chance to overcome something. You have a chance to create yourself. And I believe if you pray, if you meditate, if you even sit by yourself, and ask for an answer, the answer will come. I will tell you one little story. I was here in the big city in Manhattan, and I was going door to door to help different people. And nothing worked right for me. It was the whole week I tried to talk to people. Everybody basically closed the door on me. Nobody wanted to hear about spirituality. And I remember it was Thursday afternoon. I was downtown Manhattan, and I was looking at the sky. I said, listen, God, I don't know what's going on here. I'm supposed to do some spiritual work, helping people. Nobody will listen to me. Nobody get what I'm trying to do here. It's sad. So I'm losing my faith here. I need something. And I will tell you that a voice came to my mind, came to my soul, and tell me, go into that bookstore, go to the second shelf, and open the third book from the right. So I said, okay, you better be good. I tell to the voice, you better be good because I'm losing it here. I'm getting into the store, and the whole thing sounds weird even if I'm telling it to you now because it does sound weird, but it's real. So I'm walking in, go to the second shelf, go to the third book, open it, and it's written there. It's a section from one of the rabbis that live in Ukraine. His name is Rabbi Nachman of Breslev, and he write there, and for the people that going door to door to spread wisdom of spirituality, to help other people, eventually I will reveal to them. Just that verse for me was, okay, I got it. I get out of the store and I continue my job. So you find it even in the Bible that sometimes people lost their certainty because we want to use the five senses to see something which has nothing to do with the five senses. I mean, God is not something that you can see with the five senses because the five senses is more related to the body. The sixth sense is related to the soul. So to go ahead and being capable to see something more than the five senses, that's difficult. But we have to shut down the body, shut down the ego, the fear, so then the voice will come to us. Unfortunately, most of the time that it happens is when we go down, when things start to go wrong. Why? Because at the time that things start to go wrong, then the five senses shut down, and we're looking for the third eye, we're looking for the sixth sense, and that's why it happened. But of course, there is a way to connect to it without going through suffering. And how do we do that? We have to be open. We have to say, okay, I'm closed my eyes. I'm disconnected from the physical world for 5 minutes. Now you're going to hear things happening to you. Now things will start happening. I mean, even now, if you close your eyes, if you're not driving, you will be able to be any place you want. But if I'm opening my eyes, I can only be in New York, or you can be in Seattle, or somebody else will be in LA, or in London, or in Australia. So every person will be where the eyes open. So the eyes limited our ability to be wherever we want it to be. But if we close our eyes, we shut down the five senses, then we connect to something much higher that's called the divine, or what the Kabbalists call the endless universe, the endless understanding, or the Ein Sof. We need to be able to connect to something beyond the five senses. And to do that, we have to control the body a little bit. Because the body is the one that creates limitation. Not us, not the soul.
Right. I love this about when I listen to what you're talking about, your own personal journey, I'm really struck by your ability to not just understand possibilities, but to see them coming. You are known worldwide. And how did you get to be known worldwide? What was that like for you? What was it that you were able to share and help people with to become, this amazing mystical leader, spiritual teacher? What was it?
Well, the beginning of it was when I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
My sister bought a book. It was about palm reading, how to read palm. And It was a nice book, but she gets scared because the book is telling you how long you're going to live, if you're going to have kids, not going to have kids. It tells the future. So I started reading the book, and it was nice. We grew up not in a great environment. We grew up in a poor environment, actually. My mom did a good job to give us good education, not to get out of the house at night. It was quite dangerous where I grew up. And what left to be doing is study and reading. So I read the book, and I was fascinated by the book, in a young age. At that time, I was studying astrology. Because was nothing else to do. It's not like today you have 1,000 channels. It was one channel on TV. I grew up in Israel. So that's it. So, okay, I studied the book. And I remember that I went with my friend to an hotel, and he asked me if I can read his palm. I said, sure. Let me look at your palm. And all of a sudden, the cleaning lady walked into the room, to the hotel. We've been together. And she asked me, she cries, said, can you help me? So things start magically or organically. And then on the age of 23, I add another part into my reading. Besides astrology and palm reading and soul reading, I add something called face reading. That is coming from a book called the Book of the Zohar. And in the Book of the Zohar, in the section called Jethro, they teach how to read faces. So at that moment, I started to become a face reader and a palm reader and a soul reader and talking to the other side. And, people love psychic. So I find myself traveling from place to place, city to city, country to country. It wasn't easy, by the way.
Yeah.
The traveling, because you have no home, you're just traveling all the time. And that's how you become famous. But, so a lot of celebrity come to see you and ask for advice. And many, many names without mentioning name, and a lot of people from business world, from the Forbes magazine, that want to know about the business. So people make me famous. It's not that I become famous. People make me famous. And I remember that at one point, I started dreaming at night about palm and faces. So I was scared. I said, what kind of life I have now? I'm only reading people. So at that point, I decided to share this knowledge with people. So I started giving seminars. So every other month, I used to travel to Miami, to Boca Raton, to New York, to Los Angeles, to Toronto, Europe, Israel, and to give lecture out to read people. But of course, people need to make an effort to become a reader, and I train people how to read faces, how to read palms, how to look at people, how to connect to the other side. So that's basically how I become famous. So it was a lot of study, a lot of experience, and thousands of meetings of people who come for help. You're coming to a city like Toronto, for example, and you have 150 readings that are waiting for you. Or you come to LA, you have 500 people. You come to New York, it's never end. So that's what makes me famous in the mystical area. And of course, with the study, I start to suggest people what to do with their life, how to clean their house from bad spirit, how to do different things that can help them with their soul. Simple idea that's written in the book. And most people don't like to make the effort that I tell them to do, so they usually invite me, which I'm very glad they do that and call me. And in the same time, if people want to do it on their own, I'm willing to teach it, and I'm willing to give the knowledge and the secret to people to make their life better. With the instruction that I'm going to give, there is no question that the life of people will get better.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question because, today, and in case you're just tuning in, we have a toll-free number, and you all are going to get to experience EJ up close and personal with your questions. Are you stuck somewhere? Are you not sure which direction to turn? Is there something that's getting in your way? How is fear showing up for you? We have a special toll-free number for all of you out there, 1-800-930-2819. 1-800-930-2819. And I just want to make sure everyone has a way to find out more about Eliyahu. And the best way to do that is to go to vitaltransformation.org. vitaltransformation.org. And when you get there, there's going to be lots of information for you to have access to live and recorded classes, many ways to get involved. Today for the show, we are taking your calls, and I know that for those of you that are listening, it's only an hour show, so you're going to want to get this call in here now, 1-800-930-2819. That is a special listener number we have for all of you, 1-800-930-2819. Before we go to break, EJ, I wanted to ask you, I just mentioned a few of the ways that people can find out more. How can people work with you? What's the best way for them to do that?
Well, I think phone call, or if they are local in LA, I live in Los Angeles now, and I sometimes fly to New York. Next week, I will be to a mystical trip to Israel. I'm taking a group with me to meditate with me.
Wow.
So people can call or they can Skype with me. And they also can go on my personal website, which is eliyahujian.com, which they can go through that and connect and register to a meeting with me, and I will be more than happy to help. That's what they can do.
Awesome. We're going to take a short break. For those of you that are wondering, wow, yes, this is a brand new show, Mystic Living Radio, with our mystical Rabbi, Eliyahu Jian. And for when we come back, we're going to be taking a trip down these spiritual gifts. How can we do more, learn more about our businesses? What are soul readings? That's what's going to happen here today. And how can we get a deeper understanding of things like readings like the Bible and much more? When we come back, we're going to be talking about why this is important. But for many of you that are wondering, I just started my business, things are not working out, I will tell you that for me, as a business owner, I absolutely have to, want to, and am so grateful for spiritual coaching. We're going to take a short break, everyone. We'll be right back.
Have you ever said to a friend, I am trying to be less stressed. I am hoping to meet someone special. Or how about, I am working on getting a job I love. Hi, I'm Eve from Elite Tarot, host of the weekly show, Mainstream Metaphysics Radio. Words like hoping, wanting, and trying may seem innocent. However, they carry with them emotional weight that actually blocks energy. Next time you start to say these words, say instead, I am becoming less stressed. I am looking forward to meeting someone special. I am pursuing a job I love. While your brain may resist, note how your body physically feels as possibility of success suddenly appears. As an intuitive coach and professional tarot card reader, I work with clients worldwide on using energy effectively to embrace joy. If you'd like to schedule a session, please visit my website at elitetarot.com. That's ELITETAROT.com.
Do you want to heal your body and mind? Your body has a lot to tell you if you just learn to listen to your intuition. Audrey Michelle, host of Rewired Life Radio, can help you peel away the layers that are holding you back from living your best life. Tune in to Rewired Life Radio. Learn to love, heal, celebrate on Transformation Talk Radio every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Connect with Audrey at audreymichelle.com.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran access consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
You, yes you, can be the highest version of yourself.
Wellness coach and natural beauty expert Dr. Agnes Frenkel is on a mission to help you play the game of your life. Win in vibrancy, health, and beauty. Because you deserve it. Dr. Agnes goes beyond the limits in her personal coaching sessions to revolutionize health and wellness. Now is the time to unleash your true power. For more information, visit dragnesfrankel.com. Calling all moms, it's time to awaken your vibrant, intuitive, loving self in every area of your life. Join host Debbie Pokornik as she shares thoughts, stories, and tools to help you stand in your power. Listen to Vibrant, Powerful Moms helping everyday women create extraordinary lives. Mondays at 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. For more information about Debbie, visit empoweringenergy.com. That's empowering with letters NRG.com.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Yeah, you're listening to Mystic Living Radio with my friend and colleague, the Mystical Rabbi, Eliyahu Jian. And, you know, I did say this, 1-800-930-2819. And certainly we're going to be doing an entire series. Some of it's going to be video, too. So we're just really super excited about this. You know, EJ, we've got some callers. What do you say? Are we ready to go to
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's have fun.
Let's go do it. Justin, who do we have?
All right. It looks like our first caller is John from New York. John, you're on the air.
Hi, John.
Wow, I've never been on the air before.
You know, it feels like a first time for me, too, because I'm here with EJ. You know what I'm saying?
This is great. Can I just ask a question?
Of course you can ask a question, Johnny.
So I was wondering if you could read me over the phone, like what you were saying you give to students who come to see you. Can you give me a little feel of, like, what can you do it over the phone right now without knowing me, or can you?
Of course. Am I allowed?
How can I get
am I allowed
flavor?
to ask for your date of birth? Can you tell me date of birth?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So tell me. Please tell me your
June
date
8th.
of birth.
June 8th.
June 8th. And what's the year of birth when you were born?
1978.
1978.
Yeah.
Okay,
Happy
Johnny.
birthday a couple days ago, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Gemini. We're dealing with Gemini. Okay, Gemini. So Gemini. Okay. You're coming into, first I'll tell you a little bit about the great future, what's coming. You're coming into a great year. You're going to take over something that you tried to take over for the last 3 years. You went to the last 3 years of a little bit doubts and confusion. And what you're going to do, you're going to get offer of 2 ideas about business. Remember, the first thing, it's a test. The second one is real. You're going to go for the second thing. Be careful not to go for the first thing. It's just a test. Second thing I would like to tell you, that everything with your son will be okay. That's a message for your son. Everything will be okay. If there is any health issue, it will be okay. I don't know if you told me you have children, but I'm telling you. And the idea about your marriage, you're a great husband. You're a wonderful guy, so nothing to doubt yourself. You don't need to doubt yourself. You just go for it and be okay. Now, this is just based on astrology. But if there is anything that you want to ask me to reach your potential, which that's what I do best, you just tell me. I mean, if you're still on the air, I cannot hear you. Are you impressed? Are you amazed? Are you happy?
Yeah, tell us, John.
Yeah, that was crazy. Thank you so much.
Crazy good, right? Crazy good?
Crazy good. Crazy shock good. And what's my next step? What do I need to work on something? Like, if I were to be seeing you on a regular basis, what do I have to work on?
Well, I mean, you can see me on a regular basis if you feel you need to, because I don't want to create dependency on me. I want you to believe in yourself. So what I do, I help people reach their potential, meaning you can call me, but the purpose that eventually you will be on your own. Eventually, the whole idea of my program is to make people not depend on nothing but the divine. There's one thing you want to depend on is the divine, is the creator. So I'm giving people study and tools so their life slowly gets so much better that they will trust themselves. So the next thing, to my opinion, for you is to trust yourself, to believe in yourself, and to understand that the Creator loves you. Not just love you, in love with you. Every morning, the Creator just say, I love you. I love you, Johnny. So do not forget this all the time. Remember that. And once you develop that, now you can call me to eliyahujian.com, and basically, you can register for a meeting with me once a week. Hopefully it needs just once a week. If it needs more, you can feel it or I can feel it, and we go from there. And whatever help I can do for you, please, be my pleasure.
That was really cool. Thank you.
It's very cool, and I really appreciate you calling in and really passing and stepping through your fear to do that, because I do know what it's like doing this. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Wow, I know the phone lines are ringing. I could actually hear them ring. So why don't we, keep it rolling here?
Let's roll.
All right, perfect. We go on to the next caller.
Okay.
All right, the next caller is Phyllis from Kirkland.
Phyllis, welcome to the show, Phyllis.
Phyllis? Hi.
Oh, yes, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Phyllis. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, what's your birthday?
Nice to meet you, too. 12/4/53.
12/4/53. December 4th, 1953. Yeah.
December 4th.
Way back
okay,
then.
so Saturn sitting on you heavy now, huh?
Oh.
We have you're a Sagittarius?
Yes.
Okay, Sagittarius.
Oh, come on, say that with pride, a Sagittarian.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Come on.
That was good. Anyway, Sagittarius, my dear Sagittarius, well, of course, I mean, you don't need a psychic for that. Every person who's Sagittarius right now has to look into the closet, what happened in the last, this lifetime, and start cleaning everything. But the main thing you got to do, darling, right now is to forgive yourself. To look at yourself and just forgive yourself. Do not blame yourself for anything. No guilt, no feeling toward guilt. You just move on with your life. Because the guilt, unfortunately, can touch the colon, can touch the digestive system, and even the gallbladder. So just remember that you are here to forgive yourself, especially now, because it's not a secret. Saturn right now sitting is exactly on Sagittarius, which means it's cleaning you if you allow it to be clean. But you know how it works. If the cleansing system cleaning you and you not allow it to clean you, then it's become a little bit painful. So first step, forgive yourself. I want to ask you something. I'm not getting it. I'm not feeling it. Are you married? Are you involved?
Oh, I just reunited with my first boyfriend from when I was 13 years old.
Wow, you close a circle. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
you close a circle.
And we're planning on getting married.
Wow, is it working great, right?
Seems fabulous so far.
So far. Wow. Wow. Okay, he will be fabulous forever, not just so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
13 years old, Phyllis? And this is your boyfriend from when you were 13?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be great.
I know. What do we do? We say thank you for social media or just whatever? Thank you, Al Gore, for the internet, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's
awesome.
been for me for all these years.
Oh, man, I love it. Phyllis, thank you. You're amazing. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you both. Bye.
Thank you. Very nice. Thank you.
Oh, boy. I tell you, we got the best listeners on the planet here. I don't know, Justin, are you up for keeping it rolling?
I think so. I think Jenny from Seattle might want to. Jenny, you're on the air.
Jenny, welcome to the show.
Thank you. So first, my birthday is 2/2/58.
2/2/58. Hi, Jenny. My name is Eliyahu. You can call me EJ because most people get confused with my name.
EJ
is
right?
easier. Yeah.
Pleasure to hear you.
Okay, so
2/2/58.
Yeah.
2/2/58. Let me think for a second. So what is it? February. That means that you are Aquarius.
Yeah.
Aquarius. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to go directly to the point. I want to talk to you about love life, okay? Can we talk a little bit about love life? Is it personal too much on the radio or is it okay?
It's okay. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so it's I feel it's too personal there, so I will back off a little bit with my direct approach there.
Okay.
So just an advice in general, not for you, for somebody from Seattle, that, when it's come to the love life, even if sometimes you feel, or you feel or other people feel that there is too much pressure or too much to be done, and the journey is kind of include commitment. Well, good things include commitment, and we should enjoy the ride, not the commitment. You know what I'm saying? So if we enjoy the ride, the commitment will just be part of it. But if we don't enjoy the ride, then all what we're left with will be a commitment. And the idea is, I want to ask you something that I feel I might be wrong about it, might be right about it. How is your leg doing? Is your leg doing okay?
My leg's fine, yes.
Fine. Okay, thank God. I just felt something, so I want to share this with you. I just felt something. Okay. Is there any question you want to ask me?
Yes. Okay, so
Please.
You did kind of hit the nail on the head. So
kind of, right? Kind of, yeah.
Yes, kind of. So I got interested in all these things you are in the 70s when I was a teenager. And then my boyfriend at the time did not approve. He was very fundamentalist Christian, and so I gave it all up because he considered it the work of the devil. Well, we've been married nearly 40 years and have 6 children, and in the last several years I've begun finally now renewing all. I had sort of a miraculous healing when I was 15 using visual techniques. Well, he's very fearful, and he now sees me as being in league with the devil, and this is excruciatingly difficult for me. I just trying to know what to do. I do want to honor my commitment to my family. They're my whole world. I've invested my whole life into them.
Yes, I feel your pain.
And I want to help people.
Yeah, but I want to say something about it. I want to make sure just that I understand you correctly, because I might not understand you correctly. You say that your significant one. You say that your boyfriend, right, is
my husband. He's my husband. We're married.
He's your husband now, so you actually married him.
Yes.
Yeah, you actually married him, right?
Almost 40 years we've been married.
Wow.
He's a devoted believer Christian, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
And you are more on the spiritual side, yes?
Yes, although I did conform Yes, I am. I did conform to his way for 25 years just to maintain the peace. And then over the last...
so you need to know... You need to know... What I'm concerned is, first, let's understand your husband. Most of the people who follow something, what we call religion, the difference between religion and spirituality, religion find God outside of your soul. Spirituality find God inside your soul. That's the biggest difference. And that's how I define spirituality. And again, spirituality finding God internal, here, inside me. And religion find God in the sky. It's almost, I don't know if you ever watched the movie The Invention of Lying. When they say, I talk to the man in the sky. This is religion. So it's not your husband's fault, because there is teachers out there is rabbi, there is priests that sometimes want us to be a little bit more fanatic, because that's as rabbi, as priest, how we make business. We need people to be following us. We need to put the aspect of fear, and here we got a business. It's very simple. So it's not his fault.
Yes,
let's start from there. It's not his fault. Never his fault. And you have to love his soul, and you have to love him. And love is the most beautiful thing. But you cannot lose yourself. Don't lose yourself, because who you are is who you are, and it is who God created you to be. And all that you got to do is meditate and pray, but you got to do what you got to do. Of course, with respect to the commitment to your marriage and everything else. I mean, my angel tell me there is something more, but it's not something we can talk about it on the air, because there is something more going on. It actually happened to you about 14 years ago. But I don't want to go into it right now because it's not the right thing. But think about it later. But remember, it's not easy what you're going through, but there is a solution for it. You need a direction. You need a way. If we can talk, of course, I do the best I can to help.
Okay, but also, EJ, she can follow up with a private session for you.
Of course. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, and we'll make sure that you have that information.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. I wanted to say for everyone, wow, that was amazing. We may have a few minutes left here to perhaps take one more caller, 1-800-930-2819. We'll do our best. We actually skipped the break. Thank you, EJ, for that. I want to get back to a couple of things that you're talking about today. You have a passion. I mean, it's really clear, from hearing you and seeing the way that you connect with people. You have a passion about doing this in the world. I want to ask you this question. Why now? What is happening in the world today? What is it that you would say about your gift, your passion that's so important and relevant right now?
Well, why now? This is the best question somebody can ask me. And I think it's a simple answer. You get a call, not a phone call, but a call from above. And, I remember when I started my journey of spirituality in a very young age, I had the same voice was telling me, just trust and follow, and things will get clearer later. I got this call about 3.5 years ago, and I was actually walking. It was in Florida. I was walking through a golf field, and as I'm walking, something was disturbing me, something that was injustice toward me, and I felt my ego get hurt, and I didn't know if it is me having doubts about God, or it is my ego. I didn't know. So I meditate. I sit and I meditate, and the voice started to give me all type of dates about when the change needed to happen. The voices, my guardian angel, maybe you can say, or the spirit of my grandfather, told me that he gave me the date. It's on November 15, Eliyahu. In November 15, you will need to require to make a change. I remember that I talked to that voice internally, and I said, I'm not ready. And then the voice say, we don't really quite care if you're ready, because this is not your dream, it's the universe dream. It's about making sure that every human being reaches their potential. We give you a gift, it's time to share it. You cannot keep the gift for yourself because that makes you cheap. And that's how it's all started. So I would start sitting down, I wrote a children's book, I wrote other books, and things start to come out by itself. And when I start meeting people, all what I was focusing in by looking at them, how am I getting into a place with no ego, which is the dangerous thing that can happen to somebody you help, to get them to reach to their potential, who they are, what they are. So when I look at the person, when I start working with them, first I find out who they are from a soul point of view. After I know their soul, then I start guiding them. Because people can come with all type of problem. Everybody has a problem.
Yeah.
But if I solve that problem, I didn't solve the real problem. Because the problem that we experience is just an outcome of something else. So the best thing is to reach to the core of the individual. And that's why we call it mystic. Why it's mystic? Because it's under the ground. It's the roots of everything. I'm looking for the roots, and by different technique, whatever it is, looking at the face of a person, in their palm, connecting to their angel, connecting to the spirit of that family member, or just talking to their soul, through that, step by step, to help them to reach to their potential. But this can happen by, of course, treating another human being with the human dignity, with love, and in the same time connecting to the divine. When we have these two things, just did two things, it's not enough just to treat people nice, because you're missing the divine. You have to connect to the divine and in the same time treat another human being nice. And these two things are the condition for the help that I'm giving people, because through that, I'm telling you, miracles are happening.
Wow. We have one more caller.
Sure.
Are we up for it? Are we game? Are we ready?
We're always ready. Yeah,
I know, I'm saying.
Two of us together.
I know.
Together we're saving the world here.
I'm telling you, this is what they say. This is what they mean when we say we are just kicking it up a whole bunch of notches. Justin, who do we have?
All right, we got Vicky from Seattle. Vicky, you are on the air.
Vicky, welcome, Vicky.
Hello, thank you.
Hello, Vicky.
For doing this.
Hi, Vicky.
I had thank you. I actually had a question. So I'm adopted, and I don't know my
astrological.
You don't know your birth date, okay?
Okay, so tell me. Look at your hand. You can look at your hand for a second.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to look at your ring finger. Is your ring finger longer than the index finger, or shorter, or the same? When you put them together, them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, on my right hand, it's longer.
Right hand is longer than the left hand, shorter, or the same?
It's the same.
Same. Look at for me also on your pinky finger. Is the pinky finger super small or regular size?
It's smaller than my ring finger. It's shorter than my
That's normal. Okay, that's sides. Normal. But it's not longer than the index finger, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, last question. I'm so sorry with all those questions because I don't know your date. Is the line of your finger where they start? Are all starting in the same level, or the pinky start very low?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
The pinky finger, the small finger, there is a line. You see that all the fingers start in one line normally. Some people, as the pinky finger, start very low. Is your pinky finger start very low?
It starts lower than my ring finger does.
Okay. So the idea is like this.
Interesting. That is super interesting.
Yeah. So what we're dealing here with, based on a little bit of information you gave me, and then thank you for the information, is that we are dealing with what we call rejection issue. A little bit of rejection issue, an ability to be an artist. You can be a great artist. Vicky, you say your name, right? Am
Vicky.
I remember it?
Yeah.
Vicky. So Vicky, your potential of being an artist is a great potential, but in the same time, there is an issue with rejection. So if you push yourself to become an artist, you might be afraid of people not accepting. So if you work just on this area, you will be just fine. Now, artists can be a writer, can be a painter, can be anything. Artist, you can be even talk or give a speech or exciting people. I don't know exactly what you do for a living, but even if what you do for a living is not an art, you can actually turn it into an art, by doing it right. So I'm here to help with whatever you need, okay?
Yeah. Wow, that was great. Vicky, thank you so much.
Thank you, Vicky.
Just so you know, Vicky, that Eliyahu is going to be joining me every month. So you're going to hear lots. There'll be plenty of opportunities. So thank you for calling in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want to take a minute. Boy, the hour has just flown by, right?
Oh, unbelievable.
I'm just like, whoa. I want to take a few minutes here and sort of, wrapping up. I want to ask you about your personal message. What is it that we can know today in the world we live in? What would the message be for people to help strengthen their connection to the divine?
Okay, every person in their own way, or through their religion, or through spirituality, is the best way is to know that God loves you. No matter what you did, no matter how bad you are, God unconditionally loves you. Love you unconditionally. We got to remember that. That's the first step. And don't judge yourself if you did something terrible. You start today to become spiritual, that's good enough. Don't worry about it. And we're all going to fail. We're all going to do a mistake.
Yeah.
We're all going to do something wrong. As Oscar Wilde once say, every sinner has a future and every saint has a past. Meaning that we need to understand that we have a future here. And God, the creator, the divine, is like a father or mother who waiting for us to make it. Yes, we have some issues. We all have issues. We're born with issues because the area where we have the issue, that's the area of our success. That's the area of the overcoming. Because we are not here to achieve things. we are here to overcome things.
Yeah.
And this is the start. Just know that the Creator is in love with you. Love you.
I love that. Listen, this was a fabulous show. I want to tell everybody, go to vitaltransformation.org, and right there on the Dr. Pat Show or Transformation Talk Radio, we have banners that you could click on. It'll take you to, first of all, everything you want to know about Eliyahu. Listen, thank you so much for today. I'm so looking forward to what we're doing in the world, and you are truly a blessing.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you so much for the blessing you gave me here, the opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I love you.
I love you too. And we're going to do some video, folks. Thank you all for tuning us in and turning us on. And please know that if you missed any part of this today, it's going to play again, and then it's going to play later on in the week. All right, everybody, be well, love well. We'll see you next time.
Wow. Amazing. You were listening to Mystic Living Radio, deep spiritual wisdom, practical advice with EJ, Eliyahu Jian. EJ's dedication to motivate and empower knows no bounds. When you visit vitaltransformation.org, you'll find resources and classes to help you to focus on the power within to cultivate a truly fulfilling future and a deeper understanding of yourself with limitless success. Don't wait. Visit vitaltransformation.org today and sign up for your private session with EJ, this mystical Kabbalist, spiritual advisor, coach, and teacher.